Hello students, welcome to a new math session. In this session we'll be talking about the negative integer power. Let's start by some rules. A to the power of negative m is equal to 1 over a power m. If you have a negative power, you just find the reciprocal of this number, so it's 1 over a to the power of m. Rule number 2, a power m times a power negative m is equal to 1. Any number multiplied by its multiplicative inverse, its result is 1. So, each of the two numbers, a power m and a power negative m, is the multiplicative inverse to the other. So, if you have any number multiplied by its multiplicative inverse, the result is always 1. Let's move to some remarks. If you have a fraction like a over b, and this fraction has a negative power, like the power of negative n, how can we make this power positive? Excellent! Just flip the fraction. So, if you have a over b all to the power of negative n, just flip the fraction, so it will be b over a all to the power of, make the power positive, so all to the power of n. If we have negative a over b to the power of negative n, then the negative remains outside if n is an odd number. And for sure, we flip the fraction to make it as a positive power. Let's now go to exercise number 1. 2 to the power of negative 3 is equal to, yes, we get the reciprocal, so it's 1 over 2 power 3, which is 1 over 8. The second one, 4 is an even power, and the even eats the negative, so this will be 1 over negative 3 to the power of 4, and then the even will eat the negative, so it's 1 over 3 to the power of 4, which is 1 over 81. Question 3, 5 to the power of negative 2, it's 1 over 5 power 2, which is 1 over 25. Exercise number 2, find the result of each of these questions. As we said before, if you have a fraction and this fraction has a negative power, then just flip the fraction to make the power positive. Here in question 1, it will be 3 over 2, we find the reciprocal of the fraction to the power of 3. As we did in the previous lessons, 3 power 3 is 27 over 2 power 3, which is 8. Question 2, if we have a mixed number, we make it as a fraction. So it's 3 over 2 to the power of negative 3. Then we flip the fraction, so it will be 2/3 to the power of 2. Then it is 4 over 9. Dear students, remember that we don't flip the mixed number. We change it first into a fraction and then we flip this fraction. Question 3, it will be negative 7 over 3 all to the power of negative 3. Then it's a negative outside because 3 is an odd power to the power of negative 3. So it's negative, flip the fraction to the power of 3. If we evaluate this, it will be negative 27, which is 3 power 3, over 343, which is 7 to the power of 3. Exercise number 3. Here in number 1, the base is 1 over 5 in both fractions, so the same base multiplied together the two fractions, so we add the power. Negative 3 plus 5, so it is 1 over 5 to the power of 2, which is 1 power 2 over 5 power 2. The result is 1 over 25. Question 2, the base in both fractions is half, so here is the base, we add the powers, negative 2 plus negative 3, so it's half to the power of negative 5. So if we have a negative power, we flip the fraction. It will be 2 over 1, which is 2 to the power of 5. Then the result is 32. Question 3. The base is negative 3 over 5. We're multiplying the two fractions, so we add the power. 5 plus negative 3. Then the result is negative 3 over 5 to the power of 2. The even power eats the negative, so it's 3 over 5 to the power of 2. Then the final answer is 9 over 25. Exercise number 4. Find the result of each of the following. Question 1. Yes, they have the same base and you're dividing them, so we subtract their powers. So the base is 1 over 3, negative 2 minus negative 5. So it is 1 over 3 to the power of negative 2 plus 5. Then it is 1 over 3 to the power of 3, which is 1 power 3, which is 3, 3 power 3, which is 27. Question 2, they're having the same base, so it's negative 2 over 5. We're dividing, so we subtract the powers. Negative 5 minus negative 4. So it is negative 2 over 5 to the power of negative 1. So it is negative, we flip, so it's negative 5 over 2. So this is the final result. Question 3. The first fraction has a power of negative 2. Negative 2, or the 2, is an even power, so it eats the negative. So it's 2 over 3 to the power of negative 2 divided by 2 over 3 to the power of 3. They're now having the same base, so it's 2 over 3 to the power of minus 2 minus 3. So 2 over 3 to the power of negative 5. You have a negative power, so we flip the fraction, so it would be 3 over 2 all to the power of 5. Exercise number 5, simplify each of the following. Here, they're all having the same base in the numerator, so it's x negative 3 plus 5 divided by the denominator, it's 2 plus negative 7. If you simplify the numerator, it would be x power 2, and the denominator will be x to the power of negative 5. When we divide, yes, we subtract the fractions, so it is 2 minus negative 5, which is 2 plus 5, so the result is x to the power of 7. Question 2, they're having the same base up, so when we multiply, we add the power. They're having the same base down. When we multiply, we add the power. So it's y to the power of negative 2 divided by y to the power of negative 9. When we divide, we subtract the powers, so it's negative 2 minus negative 9. Then the final result is y negative 2 plus 9. Then the power in this case will be 7. So the final answer will be y to the power of 7. Let's now go to the evaluation part. 5 power negative 1, it's 1 over 5. Where here, in the second one, we're going to add the powers, so it's 4, negative 2 plus 5, so the answer is 4 to the power of 3. In this question, here we have a power of 1, so it's 3 power 1 minus negative 2, so it's 3 to the power of 1 plus 2, then the result is 3 to the power of 3. In this one, what we have inside here, so for the fourth question, it's 3 to the power of negative 2 over 3 to the power of 2. When we divide, we subtract the powers, so it's negative 2 minus 2, then the answer is 3 power negative 4. If you want to write it with positive exponents, it's 1 over 3 power 4. 4 power negative 1, it's 1 over 4 power 1, which is 1 over 4. Here we're going to add the powers, so it's 3 to the power of 4. In next question, 6 power negative 2 over 6 power negative 3. We subtract the powers, so it's negative 2 minus negative 3, which is 6 to the power of negative 2 plus 3 is 6 power 1, which is 6. This question, anything all to the power of 0 is result is 1. 5 to the power of negative 2, it's 1 over 5 power 2, which is 1 over 25. And this question, 3 to the power of, we multiply the negative 2 times negative 2, which is 4. This question, it's 8 to the power of 1, so it's 8 power 1 plus negative 2 over 8 power negative 3. So it's 8 power negative 1 over 8 power negative 3. We subtract the powers, so it's negative 1 minus negative 3. Then the result is 8 to the power of 2. In the last expression, this 9 is to the power of 1, so it will be 9 to the power of 3 plus 1 minus 5, all to the power of negative 3. So it's 9 to the power of negative 1, all to the power of negative 3. Then the result is 9 to the power of 3. By solving this question, dear students, we came to the end of our session. Thank you very much and wishing you best of luck.